We are live. Welcome to the Rome Show. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. It's been a while.
Yeah, long time.
Um, so this is like the first marriage episode.
Oh, that's
Talking
awesome.
about talking about marriage. How you guys been though?
We've been good.
We've been real good,
Yeah.
real good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we've
think
been
so.
good.
Congrats on the marriage.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. And you an artist too, bro, right?
Yeah. I rap and I do production and audio engineering as well and some videography.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
I gotta check you out.
I appreciate that. Yep, Blaze Tracks, BLAZETRACKZ should be hopefully drop some new music later on this year. So
Fire. So how'd y'all like before you guys got married, how'd you guys meet?
Do
you want to go?
you?
You want to go? I mean, I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you tell
I'll
it.
tell the story because I'm a storyteller. So, uh, I've been doing music for a long time and engineering, audio engineering. With that, I used to work at Guitar Center, a music shop out in Sherman Oaks, California, and I was one of the managers of the store. And you know what? I peeped her walking in the door. I saw her walking through the door, and I wasn't. I mean, I was a manager, so I wasn't like interfacing directly with customers and stuff. But I saw one of the associates, and I said, "Hey, let me find a way to get over there. Maybe I can help her out." So I went over. Tried to finesse, do whatever I could to get her attention, show her around the store, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I got curved. She gave me a business card with an email, and that was kind of that. But I was persistent, and I looked and I saw her email, and I said, "Hey, let me see if I could find her on IG or Snapchat or something." Found her on Snapchat, hit her up a few times, got no response at all. Right, but here's the beautiful thing and how God works. Um, Things that are meant to be are going to be, right. So I had sent her a message on Snapchat, and I was checking back in just to see if she was giving me any play. And just at the same time, when I was checking that, she checked the Snapchat. And when you try to send another message and somebody checks it at the same time, it'll pop y'all into a video call. So right there on Snapchat, it popped me, and then I just had an opportunity to show my personality, and we just connected. We talked for hours, and then from that point on, we got jiggy and made it happen. And started talking
Yeah.
all that.
Yep. Yep, that's
Definitely.
how it went.
So you got curved a few times.
Oh, I got curved a number of times.
In my defense, I had just moved to LA. I was not too sure about people out there,
Okay, fair
so I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of like, I don't
Yeah.
know you.
Hey, fair enough. I could have been anybody. I could have been a dog out in Easter. Who knows? Right? Could have been anybody, but I'm happy that you gave me a shot for sure.
Me too.
Yeah, it worked out.
Right. And how long y'all been together, like total?
Woo! It's been a while right now.
Almost 10 years.
Mm.
Coming
Yeah,
up
that's a long
10
time.
years.
Long
Coming up later
time.
this year for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys got together and then you got engaged. How long y'all were engaged?
So
Oh,
we was engaged for 2 years.
2
We were
years. Yeah,
engaged
we
for
got
2 years.
engaged right before COVID happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a long engagement, a
Definitely.
lot
Yeah.
of time to plan the wedding.
And you know what? It worked out
Mhm.
because with COVID, the all of the venues, I don't know if you know, but like a lot of venues were canceling on people because of COVID. So one of our venues canceled on us. And unfortunately, we had to find another venue, but it gave us extra time to figure it out during that time period, which was good. So, blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Right. So like y'all married now. What's some tips you could give to people who want to get to how y'all are?
Definitely. I mean, this is something that It took a long time. So that's the benefit of being in a relationship for a long time before you get married, but learning how to communicate with each other because everybody's different. Everybody receives love and feedback and information differently. And I think once we finally got that down, it's been pretty smooth sailing. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 I'll say this to the fellas, to the guys. You gotta be honest with yourself and work through your own trauma before you can before you go into life forever with somebody else and you really take that step forward. And that's something that I really wanted to make sure I did. So if you have trauma in your life or past experiences, past relationships, anything that you're dealing with yourself, you got to figure out, how you're going to move, because all you can control is how you move, right? And how you treat the person who you're with. So that would be my advice to the guys. Work out the self work and make sure that you could be your best self and understand yourself for whoever you want to be with.
Fire, that's some fire advice, bro.
Yeah.
If you could talk about it, what's some things personally you did that you
Yeah.
did like day to day to get through your traumas?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so let's say as a black guy, a lot of times like therapy isn't really in the community. Like we don't like to maybe talk about our emotions sometimes. You want to be strong. You don't want to be seen in no weird way. But I did go to therapy. So that was one thing. Sometimes talking things out and understanding where things come from in your life are important, because that's going to help you to be able to work through it and understand, hey, I might make this decision this way because of this. Myself personally, like I've had anger problems in the past, but my anger problems have came from maybe like hurt in the past or fear in the past. So understanding what those real emotions are and being able to connect with it um, can help you to communicate that to your partner, and work through that and just become a better person, right? Not just a better person for your relationship, but a better person in general. I would say one thing that I struggled with was shutting down, right? Shutting down and having resentment in terms of like if we got into it like early in the relationship, right? I shut down. I didn't really express my emotions. Like I just kind of dip out, and that is not the way to build. I wouldn't say just that's not the way to build a romantic relationship. It's not the way to build a friendship, right? You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to connect, and your partner um, might be able to figure out how to help you out with that, right? Might be able to help you figure out how you can grow with that. That was something that I think that I worked through that's helped me out a ton in my life and in this relationship.
Super fire. How about you, Whitney? What's some things you did day to day?
Ooh, well, I just had to keep trying.
Oh man.
I had to keep trying. I think where our personalities differ is I'm very much like I want to fix things, I want to help you, I want to love you, like tell me. And I had to learn to um, let him come to me in the way that he could express and feel safe. So developing patience and learning how to not cross his emotional boundaries, I guess, in that way is, yeah, that's what I've worked on.
Yeah.
And also I've worked on my own insecurities as well, because I had a lot of insecurities of just after being cheated on in the past and been in really bad relationships. Um, so that took a while to learn how to trust somebody who's loyal and faithful, and you know that too.
Right. When you say it took you like a while, you would say like a couple months or like a couple
No,
years.
years. Took years.
Oh, it took years.
It took years.
It took years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's worth it though.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I think our relationship now is like the best it's ever been.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. And we're good friends and we're always laughing with each other, so that helps.
How important is like laughter to y'all? Like laughing with each other?
Like
So, yeah,
top
I
tier.
would say, yeah, that's like 10 number. If you could rank it 1 to 10, the 10 being the most, it's 10. We love to laugh and tell jokes with each other, laugh at something we see on TV, watch comedies and all that good stuff. So yeah, yeah, I think we both enjoy funny stuff.
Yeah.
Very
I think
important.
I want to say this. It's just important. It's just super important to enjoy life with your partner, right? For us, it's laughter. Sometimes it's other things. We watch different shows. We have similar interests in certain places, um, but just making a priority to enjoy life with your partner.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Very important. What's like 3 or 4 things y'all do in a tough time or a disagreement or a misunderstanding? Like what's some things y'all do?
Hmm.
You wanna go? I could say some things.
Oh yeah, you go ahead. I gotta think about this.
Okay. Well, this is a good one. This is a good one. I appreciate you for bringing this up. I do think that we try to make sure we keep God in our relationship. And
Mhm.
it's important for us to, not only work it out together, but work it out in a way that as Christians, the Bible would say to work things out. So, you know, how would I say, being just real with ourselves and self-critical, we do try to convert into the word, into the Bible, and how should we act toward one another. Her as a wife towards me, and me as a husband towards her. Are we moving and navigating within the role that God wants us to navigate in? And if that's not the case, like for me as a husband, I got to check myself and be like, you know what? Like I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm not doing right. And for her, she'll read the Bible and see the same type of thing. So that's one thing I think, if we're having a tough time, really confirming that and seeing, okay, where did we go wrong and how can we both, work to do better? That would be one thing.
Mhm. I mean, for me, I've learned to try to pick my battles because I think sometimes things can be like, oh, who wants to be right?
Mhm.
And sometimes, sometimes I know I'm right, but it's best to not, you know, keep pursuing the argument. And later, I have to gather myself and, like you said, get in my Bible and get with the Lord and pray because I've been having strong feelings sometimes. So, and then later things chill out. Either he'll come to me and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," like, and we'll be able to talk about things in a normal manner. Or if I'm wrong, I will apologize. But um, yeah, I think picking battles. Sometimes I've gotten to just like when we're just in the thing, I'll just laugh because it's like we're not this is not that serious right now. I mean, not in a disrespectful way, but just, it's not that serious.
Right. Good one. Those are some good ones. Besides like communication, what's another major important thing in a marriage, far as like going out, going on dates, making plans, taking trips together? What's like important to y'all?
um that's an interesting one. I'm trying to think through that. I mean, for us, we like to travel.
Mhm.
We like to travel. That's important. We like to um experience those things. I think for us in general, we do have similar interests, but there's some interests that like she hasn't. I have no interest in. And the same thing on this side. Like there's some things that I just love. And she's like, I don't really know. So I think that compromise for our relationship is critical because I love her um, for her uniqueness. Not only her caringness, but her uniqueness and the things that she loves that I don't necessarily love. I want to make sure that I can enjoy those things with her. So, for instance, I am not an outside person, like outdoorsy person. Uh, it was just her birthday yesterday. We went and we went biking, like biking, like not like little biking, like we was biking for like over an hour or something. I'm not with that. I'm chilling, that's not my thing. But it was important for me to do that with her, and I enjoyed it because I was doing that with her, even if I didn't necessarily enjoy biking.
Right. Like
Yeah.
going through like the city or like hike, like a bike ride hike through the mountains.
It was like
Yeah.
more of a mountainy, not like hardcore mountain biking. It was more we were in like a ranch type mountain resort
Mhm.
area, so they have like bike paths through the forest and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds fun. Um, if one of y'all don't understand each other, you get kind of like frustrated because like maybe it's not like a fast enough time to understand it. Like, how do you how you handle that?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. So me personally, I'm a unique individual where if I don't understand something, to be honest, I get extremely angry. It's just a weird thing. So I appreciate her for helping to sometimes cater to my communication style. Um, I like to ask a lot of questions, and I know she doesn't like to answer a lot of questions. She doesn't like it, but I appreciate that she takes the time when I ask questions to try to understand it. She'll cater to me and answer those questions. So from my side, I can say those are things that she does that I notice that I really do appreciate to help me understand when we're having communication issues.
Yeah. I think I mean, I feel like I just need things like broken down into like just simple don't give me too much information. I won't be able to process it. So I think having him break it down, be able to ask things more step by step works for me.
Nice. Good advice. I got one more question. Like, what's some tips y'all could give after you get married to keep the marriage going?
Hmm.
So here's what I would say. We have been in a relationship. We were in a relationship 7 years prior to the marriage, and three almost 3 years in marriage here. And I think I was thinking about this earlier. It is critical that like you really know the person who you marry, and you remain doing the same type of stuff that you was doing, remain the same person and retain the same love in the same way, and try to keep going above and beyond to think about how can I make this other person happy. I think that's critical. Look, when you first get with somebody, you really want to be like, "All right, how can I make this person happy? Like, what's going on, right?" Like
Right.
you're vying for the love because you really feel that passion. You got to stay active to really feel that passion and work and work with everything you got to be happy with the person who you're with and the person who you love. you know I think that that's absolutely critical to keep it going, not only in a marriage but in a relationship. I'll let you go and say what you want to say.
I mean, I think it's important to just keep going on dates, doing
Yeah.
things that you enjoy together, spending time. I Something that I really, really actually appreciate is just when we're like laying in bed at night and we just get into these random deep conversations or hilarious conversations like that, those intimate moments where you can like connect and like no phone, like being in the way. It's like I think those things are important to keep you connected and just remembering why you love the person. And yeah.
Yeah. But for me, you know what is really important to me that I really enjoy? We we celebrate not only our anniversary, but we celebrate our month anniversary. Every month we our anniversary is on July 22nd. Every month on the 22nd, we mark it on the calendar. It's our month anniversary, and we try to plan to do something special that day. Um, like I said, I mean, it's not as extravagant as an anniversary, but every month anniversary, we try to do something, whether that's going out, getting some sushi, going and checking something out. We try to do something, and for me, that really helps out a lot for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. I don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate y'all for doing this.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah, of
Thanks
course.
for
Yeah.
having us.
Thank you.
Definitely. This is fire.
Awesome, awesome,
Great.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
awesome. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Peace.
Peace.